Yeah, I put this door in, give myself a little shortcut. Okay, so I'm getting ready for my scout. To say it's cold today would be a little bit of an understatement. I think it's around, well, last night it was around 12 degrees and it's in the morning now, so it's cold. I've got layers, so I'm okay there. And the cold in Missouri is cold. I'm from Minnesota, so I know cold there up there too, but the cold here in Missouri, it's got some humidity in it, so got a lot of little stuff like this available to me. Got a cat that likes to follow me when I'm out in the sticks. This is over the first rise, and you can see where the cows have set up shop. Staying away from them. Too fat, man, to be hopping fences. Waiting for you. Well, that cat has got natural camouflage. Yeah, come on. Too cold for you to be sitting up there. Come on, let's go. Come on, we're going this way. You're gonna get left behind. Okay, now here is some good leaves. Have to bring a sack with me to make a sleeping mattress, all stacked up through here. There's some interesting looking stuff under there. Now here is what you call some thorns. We got these in this area. Saw a guy on my channel talking about these. Not the kind of thing you would want to fall into, that's for certain. Here's a natural looking shelter. Yeah, I see you. You got a nice warm coat on you. Yeah. Most people aren't used to seeing wild cats like you that follow like dogs. He's not totally wild, but he does spend a good deal of his time outside. Okay, put my camera inside near my vest. I got some battery life back into it. Yeah, these would be nice natural little shelters, alcoves under here. Of course, this is on the wrong side of the field, but as you can see, the cows, there's a cow area. They know the leaf trick. See, here's where, and we'll keep an eye out for them. They have been known to chase people. My son was training for the Air Force. Walks this all the time back here, and he's learned just to stay on that side of the field, when that side of the fence, when they're in this field, and they get switched between these fields. But I'm coming up on the area that I think would make a good bushcrafting space, because the cows seem not to like it, even if they're on that side. So we'll be heading over that way. Okay. There's our classic cow pie. I hear you can burn these. I've never tried it. I would assume that it depends on your dryness condition. But of course, anywhere in farm country USA, mid-America, you will have a lot of this kind of stuff. It's just the way society is. Now, I'm coming up on the zone here. I know it's kind of down in a ravine, but that's actually may not be the worst thing in the world, because the wind. I mean, there is cold wind blowing right now. I'd like to say it's about 12 to 15 degrees and probably about 5 to 10 mile an hour wind. For example, my hand that's out in the open is getting very cold on this camera. We got us kind of a trash ravine here. See it going down through there? And honestly, I'm not opposed, when you're out doing bushcrafting or practicing bushcrafting, to actually use a lot of this kind of stuff you find in these areas. That's a realistic scenario. Look at these good old concrete broken up stones. I mean, yeah, they're not rocks, but they could be used. See, here's the area I'm talking about. And of course, I would patch this up as my defense against the cows and so on. But see, the fence has become a little bit compromised through here. But if you look at the resources through this area, you've got a lot of natural resources, and I think I could hold this hill against the cows with a little bit of modification down through there. There's also a pond down there. I don't know if you can see that. And kind of a drainage ditch. Let's get over this fence and we'll take a look around here. Okay, it looks like what I'll need to do is bring a bow saw, or even my regular pocket saw, down here, and then I can patch that fence up. Yeah, I see it up there. Yeah. See, we've got us a nice. The only slight disadvantage I see through this area, and see, I think it's a natural barrier, is the terrain isn't exactly flat through here. And in order to get down, and I was going to show some materials. It looks like we do have some pine and leaves. A lot of dead wood on the ground. Bark. Now, see, there was a cow that made it through here, but I think I can hold the hill on them. I'm hoping. Yeah, there they are over there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're announcing my presence. But see, they seem to stay out of this area. Of course, one could make a nice little root cellar. You could dig a hole down here. My battery's going down, but just wanted to give you guys an idea. Now, I don't know about boiling that water, but I could use it for gray water. But you could almost dig a hole down in here, have yourself a little earth shelter. But I'm going to scope the area, see if I can find some flat area near here. Got a lot of these around here. We don't know exactly what you call them, but we throw them in the basement to keep spiders away, they say. There's one of them. Frozen. Man, I'd hate to get hit by that thing right now. Lots of materials through here to make natural little alcoves and shelters. If you were stranded and you weren't worrying about a rain, of course, that's the way it came. The rain would come down through there, but you see you've got all these nice little areas. Like here, for example, could easily make a shelter here, and then you could have a fire out here. I'm going to go down this way. Man, I really like them down here. It's at least 10 degrees warmer in the bottom of this. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to set up in a ravine, but I don't think we're going to get any thunderstorms through here this time of year. But this whole area down here, plus it's flat. I really need to get some leaves and natural resources stocked up. I don't know why I favor the hill, the top of the hill so much. I don't know why I just don't think about coming down here. It's quiet. Okay, froze over. It's frozen over. I know better than me doing this. I was trying to break some ice open for the animals. Need a brick or something. I ain't walking out there. Don't worry about that. I had my share up in Minnesota of falling through ice waist deep, and believe me, it is cold. Yeah, I need a way to break through there. Need some, should have got one of those stones. So, I don't know what you all think, but here, you say build your camp near a water source. Here's a water source, and I like that up there. I think I could build a little area to hold the cows back. I always wanted to go on top of the hill, but why? I mean, even if there is a rain, it's going to be in this ditch, not the slopes. I could go up the slope a little bit. Got some nice pines. I think there's pines, firs on that side. And I could, don't go out there too far. I could get this ice broken and use it as gray water, if not drinking water, gray water, which is nice to have. Boil it and, wash up and all kinds of stuff, water around camp. Get a drink. There you go. Right there. T. Right here. Right here, T. Get a drink. Right here. T. Yeah, that big log there, I was able to break through. He didn't take a drink, but it's all muddy. I'd have to keep an area open like that. Personally, guys, I favor this spot right in here. I'd have to build some kind of defense this way from the cows, but they don't really come back here that much anyways. But up there is nice, but it's not flat. Okay guys, had to switch to my cell phone camera. Here's my cheap haversack. Got this at a trade show. I'm going the cheap common man route. Got my coffee down here a little bit. Yeah, well, what I was saying is I kind of favor this spot. Got water. Got multiple natural debris huts and other kind of lean-to shelters that could be built. I'm even up to digging a hole if it wasn't winter. Just have to build some kind of barrier through here to keep the cows out. But I really don't think they travel much through here. There's a little trail right there, but if I block that trail there, they're not hopping this. Remember, cows do not hop. I can just kind of build a natural fence that way. Then the upper trail would be the only area of concern there. Yeah, but I'm liking this. It's quiet. It's out of the wind. I even heard a hawk around my head. I take that as a good sign. Not really into that kind of stuff too much, but I do kind of like that kind of stuff. Okay, well, that's going to block the trail that they use to get back that way. See, that ditch keeps them out that way. This basically keeps them out I'm not too happy with this end up here. I may have to move this log over here this way, and I've got some logs down that way. See, they come up this way, but if you notice, they don't go over. See how it's undisturbed? So I think if I can secure from the ditch over, and there's no cows over here now, it could be months before they're here, but when they do show back up, I don't want them tearing up my semi-permanent camp. They love to lay down on that stuff. They got all that up there they can mess around with. Be messing with me. Hey, look at this. There's another natural resource. There's a nut inside there. Not sure if these are hickory or walnuts. A lot of those around. Some of them are pretty soft. But here's some nice fence, natural fencing. Get my dog on a harness and have him pull some of this stuff over there. Okay. I just saw something, guys. I don't like to look up too much, but I think it's okay. It's that tree right there. Man, if that thing came over, that would be a major disaster, wouldn't it? These are kind of clear. Clear. So little. I mean, it would hurt, but not too bad. But you see, as you can see, this is a deadfall. That one. Wow. Well, I don't know. I don't think it would fall this way. It looks like it's leaning that way. But man, it's hard to say. Even some of that stuff falling up there on top of your camp, you know. I don't know. I may have to consider that in the option too. I really like this area. But that tree, there's a nest up there. This standing dead. Basically kind of dead. Well, I would say that's standing dead. That one isn't, so I guess depending on your point of view, that area is somewhat clear. Well, guys, the one concern I have, do it that way, there's sun over there. The one concern I have is all the deadfall. I guess there's a reason all that wood's on the ground is some of the trees have fallen. So I'm going to have to carefully pick my site where if a tree does fall over, it's not going to fall over on my head, because obviously some of these trees have fallen over. I probably could cut them down, but I'd have to cut them by hand, and I've done that before. I've got a big handsaw I can show you guys sometime. My grandfather used to use. But man, talk about a lot of work, and I'm so sorry to stay out of shape from pushing buttons for 25 years. But that's changing. So anyways, that's one thing. Got really excited until you start looking at some dead trees there. So I'm going to have to, when I come back, scope that. I think they'll work though. Till next time, have a good one.